Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Kate Marie. I'm back with another YouTube video. So what I'm doing today is just ranking all of the non-horror movies 2023. So yeah, we have 25 movies that I have ranked. Of course, it's a best to worst list as always, but let's just get started. Okay, so last week I did my ranking of all the horror movies. This is I'm doing everything that's not horror. So yeah, that's all. Okay, so let's just get started. As I said that, the first movie, the worst movie that of 2023 of non-horror, is going to have to be The Strays. So I didn't know whether or not to put this on the horror or non-horror list, but I looked and it didn't say horror, so I was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna have it on there. It's a Netflix original, and the trailer makes it look really good, but the problem is it wasn't. It was boring, and every time something remotely good happened, it just like fell off. It was just a pretty good concept. I guess I just wasn't the target audience. I know I have like a friend who did really enjoy it, so give it a watch, but for me it just wasn't good. And then we have Best Christmas Ever, a Netflix movie, of course. This is about this woman, and I guess like every year like people do like newsletters, like what happened like to them and their family for the year, kind of like a card, but it's like a newsletter. And this girl's like, this person is lying, like no one's life is that good. And then she accidentally shows up to a house for Christmas, and they end up like spending the Christmas together. It's okay. Really annoying. I did not like the main character. It got kind of stupid, but whatever. And then we have Happiness for Beginners, another Netflix movie. This actually wasn't bad. It's based off of like a book. If you've seen Yellowstone, the guy who plays Casey, he's in it. He's like a main character. It's about this woman. I think she got like a divorce with her husband or something. So then she ends up going on this hike just to kind of find happiness. And then like this friend of her, like her brother's friend, is there too. So it's kind of like a romance, but it was okay. There was some comedy in it that I really enjoyed, but I mean, it's like third place. It's like number 3. So I think that should tell you. And then we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. So I'm just gonna say this first. I did not watch the first 2 Ant-Mans, so yes, I know that's like a really stupid way to watch the third one and not watch the first 2. We're gonna blame my mother on that because she said, let's watch this. And I said, okay, Mom, but we have to watch the first 2 because we want to be confused. And then, okay, I'm like, we have to watch it. She's like, no, we're not gonna see it, never mind. So I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna watch those. And then the day else, she's like, we're gonna go see it. So it is not my fault, but I was bored, and I didn't really think it did a lot. It was just, I was bored. It was kind of comedic. I liked the actor. I liked the girl who played the daughter. I've been seeing her a lot recently, but yeah. And then we have Xmas. So this is a Freevee original, and it has Leighton Meister, I think. She was Blair Waldorf and Gossip Girl. So like that's like the only reason I wanted to watch it. It's about this woman, and then she breaks up with her boyfriend, and like a year later, she spends Christmas with their family because like the boyfriend wasn't supposed to be there, and then he ends up coming, so like they spend like Christmas together. It's a decent concept. It's boring. It's got annoying. I don't really have anything really else to say about it. And then we have Genie. This is a Peacock original. It has Melissa McCarthy. It's a good movie. It starts out kind of stupid, but it does get better. But it's about this dude and like his wife, like they're doing like a child separation thing. So then he ends up like getting a genie and then like helping to get his wife back. I don't remember how it ended, honestly, but I think it was okay. I think Melissa McCarthy was a perfect choice. It probably would not have been that good if she wasn't the genie, but I liked it. There was some really funny parts, but yeah. And then we have No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence. So we have this woman who like loses her car, and then she has to pay for a house. She's about to lose her house. So then these people put like a thing in for like the son's like going off to college, and he has like no experience. So basically just this thing that like she has to date him for. It's okay. It's very raunchy, very inappropriate. I was like, some of it was funny, but other times it just got too much. I was like, okay, like this is ridiculous. Probably not a good idea to see your mom and her boyfriend, but I did. Whatever. And then we have Dungeon and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. So when I was writing my list, this happened like my last one too. I was like, this did not come out this year, and it did. So I think that this year, there's so many movies that come out, I just forget the movies that come out. But this was okay. Is this the second one or is it a remake? So I saw it's like a Dungeons and Dragons movie. I don't know if it's like the same thing or what. I didn't watch it. I watched this one. It was okay. It wasn't what I expected it to be. I had nothing to complain about. I enjoyed it. I don't think I'd watch it again, but I mean, it was a decent movie. Um, and then we have Mistletoe Connection. So this is a Christmas movie. It just came out this year. No duh. But it's about this woman, and she basically owns this like vintage store thing. And what happens is this dude she meets, she kind of like doesn't fall over. So kind of like, oh, like he's kind of cool, but I knew him. Like, is like the person who works with the person who's trying to take away a thing. It's okay. I got annoyed just the main character just because she kept I don't know. So she was annoying and she kept getting mad at the dude, but like it was his job. Like he had to do his job. But it's okay. It was a cute movie. That's kind of all I can say. And then we have A Man Called Otto. Okay, so this is based off of the book A Man Called Uva. It has Tom Hanks. It's pretty good. He's like a great cranky old man. And then these people move in. I think I would watch it again. It's a really sweet, heartfelt movie. Now I kind of want to rewatch it. I don't know if I'd read the book because I wasn't like interested enough to read about it. But I think I want to watch the movie again because that was good. It's a good movie. Should watch it. I think it's on Netflix. I don't know. And then we have Ghosted. So this is a movie. I think it's like an Apple TV original, but it has this person and like these people who like they meet and then they fall in love, but then she ends up ghosting this dude, and then he ends up like finding out where she is, kind of stalkery, and then like goes to surprise her, and then finds out that she's like a spy. So it is a really cool movie. It's cute, it's funny, I think it's Ryan Reynolds who's in it, and I love him. So it was really whoever played, I think it was Ryan Reynolds, it probably wasn't, but whoever like the main guy was so funny. But yeah. And then we have Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. So I watched it twice in theaters, about this girl. I think it's based off of a book called Margaret, and then her mom is a Jew. No, I think her mom is, no, her mom is a Christian, and then her dad is a Jew. So they kind of decided we're not gonna like say anything about religion just to let her decide. And then she moves to like this new place, and then she ends up kind of like trying to kind of like learn about all of the religions. It's a kind of good movie. It's like a coming of age story. I mean, I've watched it twice in theaters, so it was cute. It's not very like Christian propaganda. It honestly shows more kind of both, like both religions, which is really cool. But it has Rachel McAdams, so she was really cool. I like her. And then it has Kathy Bates. So yeah. And then we have in 13th place, I think. Yeah. 13th place is Priscilla. So this is a movie based off of the book Elvis and Me, made by Priscilla. It's a decent movie. It definitely shows in light of Elvis. I've heard about him, and I don't really care for his music, but it does like kind of show in light of like it has like Jacob Aldora. That's like the only reason I even watched the movie. But it wasn't bad. It was kind of cute. It's kind of like disturbing that she's like 14 and he's like 24, I think, when they first meet. And even though it was back then, I was like, that's still, like a bit of an age gap. But I think it did well. I liked what they did in the movie. It told her story, and yeah. And then we have The Girl Who Escaped, the Kara Robinson story. This is a Lifetime original, I think. I think it's Katie Douglas. She does really well in these type of roles because she also did the abduction one, the Elisa McVeigh abduction one, and then she also did Level 16. So she does really well in these movies. But it's a true crime. It has Kara Robertson, and then she basically was like kidnapped out and playing like by like I think like a friend's neighborhood. And then I think she was like kidnapped for like 40, 70, like I think like 2 days, and then she ends up. It's a really good movie. It's really sad, what I like about Lifetime is they don't show any like the sexual assault scenes. So I like it does that, but it also kind of shows like her life afterwards, like just trying to become normal and try to like I don't know. It's a really good movie. I did like a whole movie review on that on my channel. I can link it down below if you guys want. But I think it was really good, really sad, but it was a good movie. And then we have Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken. This movie is definitely a very cute family movie. I would have to admit, if you guys have not seen it, I do admit, like, do not watch the trailer. I think, even though it's like it's a big deal, but I think of like what I've said in like my movie, my oh my gosh, my monthly review. A lot of the stuff in the movie that seemed to be like a twist, like oh my gosh, like a whole like plot twist, was already shown in the trailer. So I think that was just like my biggest thing. But it was a decent movie. I mean, she becomes a Kraken. Everyone hates Krakens. It's a I mean it's like a kid movie, but it wasn't bad. And then yeah. And then for my top 10, we have is Haunted Mansion. So this is I think it's either a remake or a reboot for the original Haunted Mansion at Disney. I had never seen the original, but it has like a lot of known actors. I want to say it has Patrick Wilson. I want to say that the dude like the main character is Eddie Murphy. No, no, there's no man. It's a woman and her daughter, a woman and her son. It has a lot of known characters. Um, it's a decent movie. I thought it was good. I watched it like a like 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 a drive-in, which was really fun. I think it had someone in it. It has a lot of known actors, and it was good. So yeah. And then we got Family Switch, which is a Netflix movie, which has I think Jennifer Garner, and the girl from Wednesday. She is doing a she did a Wednesday. She was not Jenna Ortega, but like she was like the wolf girl. Like I think her name's Emma. Really good. Just being like two people switching places, the whole family switches places. I thought it was a good spin on it. It did say like a lot about it being like a Christmas movie, but it didn't really feel like Christmassy to me. It probably could have taken place anytime, but it was cute. It was fun. I enjoyed it. So yeah. And then we have the Super Mario Bros. Movie. This was a good movie. I remember playing the Super Mario Bros. 2 on my DS. So it's really cool, like, seeing this, but, like, as a thing. Not as a thing, as, like, in a movie. I think there's, like, talk about a second one, like, following the games. This was good. Definitely, because I, like, play the games, I know a lot about it. So, like, so I thought it was really cool how they did that, is what I'm like, meaning to say. But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Peaches, Peaches, Peaches. That was a freaking hilarious song. But yeah. And then we got Barbie, the new one, which I'm pretty sure it just won the Golden Globes Award. Did you guys see that? The weather is like, not like bad, but it's like this like wind. And it was like raining and snowing, so I was supposed to, because I DoorDash, I'm giving you guys like a whole like thing on this, and I was going to, but like we didn't know how the weather was and like how the roads are, so I just didn't. But yeah, my power just went out, so not went out, but like it flashed. Aw, dang it, my stupid clock just came out. You know how much of a pain in the butt that is to fix. I just completely went off track. I am so sorry. Barbie, it's a good movie. As Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, his I'm Just Ken. I wonder if that won for best song. Because I really wish it did. It had like a really good thing on like being a woman, girlhood. Just kind of it had like a really good monologue. It was a really good movie. Like I've said 20 times before. But it wasn't. So if you guys don't know, I love Barbie. I'm not kidding. I think I have like 2 shelves full of just Barbie movies. So when I originally heard they were making a live action, I was like, oh, well, I don't like. I'm afraid they're gonna put stuff in it. And then they did put like kind of some stuff in it, but it wasn't bad stuff. Cause I think Barbie was always about like girlhood. So I don't think the movie did anything that the other ones haven't. It was just shown in a new light. So it is a good movie. yeah, I don't know why I went on like a whole tangent about that, but yeah. And then we have Candy Cane Lane. This one has Eddie Murphy. This is really good. I know I've said that. It is kind of a comedy, and it's a Christmas one, and it's like the have. Why am I explaining? I mean, I love how I'm explaining like some movies and I'm not explaining the other ones. This is a Prime original. I thought it was really cool how they did the whole 12 Days of Christmas thing. It was really good. I think I originally thought it was a horror movie. I don't know why, and then it was a comedy. But yeah. And then we have the other Zoe. So if you've seen the After series, this has the girl who plays Tessa. It was like really weird seeing her like that. So I've only seen her in like I think one other movie, but um, so it's about like this girl Zoe, and then she's like a bookworm. Like the whole like, oh my gosh, I read books, I'm a nerd. Men suck. You can't. There's no such thing as a soulmate. Like stuff like that. And then she ends up meeting this guy, and then he ends up like losing his memory, and he has a girlfriend named Zoe, and like her name's and this like main character's name is Zoe. So then she pretends to be the other Zoe. It's a cute movie. I honestly liked it way better than I thought I would. I say give it a watch. And then we have Missing. So this is kind of like a little bit of a sequel to Searching, which I love the whole movies that take place on a phone or a camera or a laptop type thing. I don't know why. It sounds like really cool how they did that. But it's about this woman and then her mom goes missing like a different country. So it's like the daughter trying to find the mom. Which was really cool how like they just did that. The ending just got a little bit like no, and I thought it was cool. Some people thought it was too much. I like how they did that. But it was a good movie. And then in third place we have is Wonka. I came in expecting the movie to be bad. Like I had no expectations whatsoever. I was like, I wasn't even going to watch it. I just watched it with my mom and my brother because like they thought it's a musical, and I think like people say like the other one's a musical, but this one's like more of a musical. But I think it's like Wonka, but before he becomes Willy Wonka, so like doing the chocolate factory. It was a really good movie, and it was way better than I expected. I wonder if, because only three movies, right? Like if you guys would want a movie review ranking them. I don't know because like the one with Johnny Depp was my favorite, but like this one was really good too. So yeah, and then we have the Little Mermaid remake. This one got like a whole bunch of backlash just because Ariel is black and not white. Haley Bailey did an amazing job as Ariel. She just had a baby, so that was really cute. Not cute. It had Melissa McCarthy. I thought the movie was really good. Um, I like how it stayed true to the story, but it also added more stuff to it, which is really cool. So, a good little remake for Disney. It didn't do anything bad. It didn't add any of the hidden agenda. They was talking about stuff about it changing the I kissed a girl lyrics or something like kissed a girl lyrics. They didn't do that. They added two new songs. They added some new songs, which were really good. The Prince is super sexy, so let me just say that. So if you go like, I don't know if I want to watch it, The Prince is really hot. So just watch it for that. But it was really cool, especially like all like the little differences in it. But yeah. But we have one movie that's better than everything in this movie in this list. And it is called Sound of Freedom. Now there was a lot of controversy about it. I talked about that in what I watched for December. I'm not gonna get into it again. Great movie. Heartbreaking movie. Puts light in a situation, human trafficking that happens to this day, all the time. I think people get kidnapped every day and go into human trafficking. It puts light into it, a perspective, a hard watch just because it didn't show anything, thank goodness, but it still was like broke my heart, and it was based off of a true story. If you've seen Passion of the Christ, one, you should. It's really good, really hard watch. But the guy who did play Jesus played in this one. But honestly, I just think it was such a really good movie, and I hate that it's getting so much hate, and I hate that all the negative press associated with it. It's a great movie, and I think everyone should just go watch it. And even if you're like, it's like Christian agenda, nothing about it. There's two things about God, not even. Like I said, a good movie. It puts light in perspective. Maybe if you want to like, if you have children, if you were like, okay, like I want to like talk to them about this kind of stuff, you know, because you got to keep your kids safe because it happens everywhere. Like it just happened, not happened, but it almost happened to someone my mom knew. So just, I feel like if you guys are like, oh my gosh, I want to like talk to my kids about it, have them be careful, like I don't know how, maybe go and have them watch this movie. Of course, maybe like not super young. I think it also depends on the child and how you are. But if you guys, like I said, if you want to start the conversation but don't know how, maybe have them watch this movie and explain afterwards. Great movie. So awesome. Had me crying. Go watch it. Quit with the whole Christian propaganda, white supremacy crap, and just watch it. It is on Prime Video. But yeah. If you guys enjoyed my ranking of everything that is not horror in 2023, if there is any movies that are coming out that are not horror and that you want me to watch, so I can like review them, so then I can have them ranked at the end down below. I know I'm gonna watch the new Mean Girls movie that comes out the 12th. I don't know any other non-horror movies because I only can keep up with horror. Oh my gosh, I usually only keep up with the horror movies, but if there is like a movie that you find that is coming out, tell me below and then I'll watch it and then we can have it in my ranking next year. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are safe and I'll talk to you next week.